Hello, I'm Ariel, and thank you for stopping by my channel. This is the first video I'm doing that isn't in my home, so I'm a little bit nervous, but it is great to be outside. I just wanted to make this video because I'm really excited about something. I've been preparing to host a ceremony the last couple of months, and it feels like a culmination of not just everything I've gone through this year, but like maybe my entire life. I know that sounds dramatic, but for those of you that don't know, there's a really big event happening on the 30th of December. And I'm not just talking about the event that I'm holding, I just mean like the moon phases and stuff like that. So December 30th, there is something called a black moon. So essentially, if you follow the moon phases, each like phase of the moon represents kind of like a different cycle, and it is very, very closely like knit to the menstrual cycle, which has its own spiritual significance, just like as anything in nature does. And don't worry, like if you don't have a menstrual cycle, you can still participate in all of this, really. But so December 30th, there is a very powerful new moon occurring. It's called the black moon. It's something that happens once only every 2.5 years. And it's just going to be this like incredibly powerful new moon. So for the phase of the menstrual cycle that is connected to the new moon, it's the bleeding phase. So for those of you that don't know, the bleeding phase of the menstrual cycle is all about letting go of things. It's all about clearing. It's all about reflecting. It's all about preparing for a new phase. It's like, it's death and it's rebirth. It marks the beginning of the end. And I find this like incredibly amazing, especially after the year that I've had. But so essentially the black moon is like a second new moon to occur in the same month. And it's just like an amped up new moon. So it's a time for letting go. It's a time for releasing. It's a time for preparing. It's a time to clear stagnant energy. And I'm very excited about it. It's like, I feel like it's very important for my own personal spiritual like healing journey, but I know it's important for other people too, which is why I want to put this out there. So while I am holding an event the night of the black moon in my home, there's only a couple spaces available for a couple people to gather with me, and we're going to perform ritual essentially, where we're going to gather, we're going to share, we're going to set the intention to release whatever we don't want to bring into the new year. We're going to find the pain that we've been holding in our body and our psyche. We're just gonna give it the time and like attention it needs, to allow it to release. And then we're going to clear it with dance and movement, followed by journaling and reflection, and then a really beautiful gathering around the fire where we can share what we'd like to release and burn symbolic things. But it has occurred to me that even if you cannot physically be here for this event in my home, you can still participate. You can still participate from wherever you're at. And the only thing that you need to do to participate is just to set the intention and make the time for yourself. But I've had some people reach out to me, which is like really exciting, because they're expressing that they really want to participate, but they can't be here for the in-person event because they don't live in my state. And it got me thinking. First, I would like to provide people who are interested in doing that with some just like handwritten instructions for like, if you would like to perform ceremony on your own that night, or any night, I would like to provide you with those like handwritten instructions. I'm just gonna ask you to sign up for my newsletter, and I'm just going to push it out to anybody that signs up for my newsletter. Secondly, I feel like it would be really special to do maybe a ceremony that's virtual the day before. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this yet, but maybe anticipate like a YouTube live, or maybe like a Zoom meeting or something like that. And all of this stuff is just gonna be by donation. It is just really my intention that everybody who feels called to do this has the opportunity to do this, and it's available to everybody. And it's so much more powerful when people come together with the same joy intention. So I just want as many people to participate as possible. If you feel called to do it, if you don't, you probably clicked away from this video already. You probably found my voice super irritating, because that's just what happens when you are in alignment with something. You'll hear it. But if you're not, you just won't be around for it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the funny thing. Anyway, this seemed like a very disorganized video. I think I would like to put out a couple more this week, like leading up to the event. I'm just a little bit nervous because this isn't something, it was like a private ceremony. I wasn't planning on doing anything like online in the virtual space, but I think there's just a need for it. And I've been performing these ceremonies on my own as part of my own healing path for the last couple of months, and also in preparation for the ceremony where I'm inviting other people into my house. And yeah, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm picking it up. It's very important to me, and I know it's going to be very important and impactful for other people as well. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. This was just a little bit of an icebreaker. If you stayed to watch this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you feel called to follow me on any of my other platforms, I write blog posts. They pretty much get put out every Friday. I put out meditations every Monday on Spotify. And then just YouTube videos like this are just pretty sporadic. Oh, and I'll put the link to my newsletter. So if you would like to receive instructions for clearing on your own, or whatever it is that I'm tapping into at the time, I just want to extend that to you. And yeah, get a little bit of nature in your eyeballs. So nice. And here's my dog, by the way. Oop, this is Pepper, and he's amazing. All right, thank you so much. I also wanted to add something to the last video that I just recorded. Sorry, I'm trying to bridge the gap between my understanding of things and maybe like wherever you are at on your journey. But essentially, yes, the black moon is occurring on December 30th. It's going to be very powerful. But I just want to say that this whole ritual and act of clearing, it's already began. I want to say it started during the Gemini full moon, which kind of acted as like, this is just the funny part. it kind of acted as a flashlight to point out all of the things that you might want to let go of. So the process has already begun. We're already in the clearing. We're already participating in it. If you want to participate in it, it's already happening. You don't really have to do anything. But of course, the more intention you have, the more actions you take, the more impactful it's going to be for you. But yeah, I just want to say it's already happening. So if the live thing that I do doesn't occur on December 30th, it's totally fine, because we are just already in that window. And even like weeks after the black moon, like we're still going to be in the energy of it. When you listen to a recorded video, it doesn't matter when you're listening to it, because the energy is in my voice, it's in the frequency, it's in everything. So when you're listening to this, it is the right time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the calendar. Don't worry about the clock. You get everything exactly when you need it. Don't stress. And I guess I also want to mention that this is just going to be the first of many ceremonies, is what I'm predicting. I really would like to start doing at least monthly clearing ceremonies on the new moon. So don't get FOMO. You're not going to miss out. You get everything when you need it, okay? I love you so much. Bye.